What's up, guys? So in this video I want to talk a little bit about Ecom Success Academy by Adrian Morrison and kind of like his now pre-built Shopify store thing. So Ecom Success Academy originally was a program that he taught you like how to set up and build like a e-commerce store, right? Ecom Success Academy. It was about $3,000 at first, and then now, since he doesn't really coach in it anymore, you can find it online bootlegged for like $1,500. But the thing that he's pushing now is a pre-built Shopify store. So basically, he's an affiliate of Shopify, and he's in his ads telling you that he is basically teaching you for free, which, yeah, like he is. The idea is he provides you with enough value so that you build a Shopify store that technically he builds for you through like an AI thing that he has. Like it'll help actually like literally build a store for you. And people, they'll get in just off of that, having like a free website, right? They'll start paying the Shopify subscription and everything like that. Adrian gets a cut of it. He makes money that way. And he wouldn't have given up coaching if he wasn't making a great amount of money doing the Shopify affiliate thing. But that's just kind of where we're at. Now, you can like Google some reviews like I just did kind of quickly here on my phone. And a lot of people are kind of calling him a scam artist. I wouldn't go that far. I would just say that expectations aren't properly set just because e-commerce is very difficult these days. When you're telling somebody, and I mean like, is this done purposefully? I don't want to say. Maybe I'll mention it on my Patreon. You guys should go ahead and check that out. I've got it linked in the description below. But when you tell somebody that they're getting a free pre-built Shopify store with all the successful products, everything looks pretty, people kind of automatically assume that they're just going to start having sales like go through like it's just going to start selling like magic, right? Well, unfortunately that's not the case. The reason why that's not the case is because of all the competition. I mentioned this before. From 2019 to 2023, the amount of e-commerce stores online basically tripled from 9.2 million to like 26.9 million. The reason for this is because you had COVID. Everybody was inside. They were looking for a side hustle. They were laid off. E-commerce was just the way to go. At least that's what everybody thought. What people don't realize is that you have a lot more overhead in this business model than you think. You can't just have this website and magically start selling. You need marketing, ads, SEO, pretty much both. And then you're having to constantly search and research new successful products for you to sell on your site. You're having to deal with suppliers. You're having to deal with refunds, chargebacks. Guys, it's a headache, I'm telling you. So now you got that competition. Let's talk a little bit about overhead real quick. So you've got ads, okay? So you're gonna probably spend a couple $1,000 a month in ads. Like, just being real, it's not gonna be $500. It's gonna make you $5,000. That's just not how things work. No matter what the guru tells you. SEO. So you're gonna want to actually try to physically rank your website, but at that competitive level, it's gonna take thousands of bucks a month to get there as well. Then you got to worry about inventory, buying your inventory, supplying it from the right places at such a low cost that between the advertising that you're having to do, the marketing, you're able to still make a profit on top of that. It's just a very tough thing to do. And then small profit margins, okay? When all is said and done, at the end of the day, I know I've seen it too many times now. E-commerce gurus will be like, oh, I've got a 25-30% profit margin on my store, and if I'm doing $100,000 a month, I'm making $30,000 off a store. Guys, realistically, your profit margins are not going to be that large. Do any amount of research, and you're going to find that the average profit margin of an e-commerce business is like 6 to 8%, for all the reasons I listed earlier: inventory, refunds, ad spend, SEO. It's a lot, so you're not really left with all that much. Then you got to worry about overhead month to month. Okay, so like that's just month one. You're gonna have to buy inventory in month two. You're gonna have to run ads in month two. And so if you don't have a lot of money saved up to launch something like this, like you could just spend all this money and lose it all, and that sucks. So me personally, not a fan of e-commerce for those reasons, regardless of who's teaching it. Obviously Adrian's had a lot of success, but also a lot of people haven't had success. There's a reason why there's only one Adrian Morrison, and there's a lot of people who have been burned and not made money with e-commerce. Okay. But something that I would do, and something that I do, ha ha ha, jokes in the comments, is this thing called local lead generation. So basically, what I did here 5 years ago, which is gonna, show the longevity of what I've kind of created here, built this website, and over the course of time, it took 6 to 8 weeks. But after 6 to 8 weeks, I was in this #1 spot, and I've been there ever since. I did some SEO myself, really basic. The reason why I was able to get it up here relatively quick was because of the lack of competition. See, unlike e-commerce where you're competing with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people trying to sell the same product, in local lead generation, one town can only have 10 to 20 contractors for any kind of given industry. So all I have to do is be better than them. And most of these guys don't even know how to rank their own websites. So it's like going in and knocking out third graders, so to speak. So, yeah. How it works from here is somebody types in, Noblesville Tree Services, which is the main keyword I was going after because it has the most search volume when I was doing my research. Or they type in emergency tree removal or tree trimming Noblesville, right? Basically service plus city name. And when they do that, my site pops up. They land on it, maybe read a little bit of it. They click this phone number, gets forwarded off to the contractor that I'm partnered with. Now, these sites are generally worth anywhere between $500 to $2,000 a month. Contractors view this as a finder's fee because you're basically going in, generating the phone call, and just sending it to them instead of them having to do that themselves. So they just pay you a little sliver to deliver. Everybody wins, everyone's happy. Overhead for this business model, $10 a year for my domain name, $15 a month for hosting, and then $15 a month for my call tracking number. So very, very cheap in comparison, very, very high profit margin in comparison, which also means you don't need 100 different products on your website, or you don't need 100 of these sites like you would need 100 products on your website for e-commerce. Also, your eggs are not all in one basket here because you're going to have multiple different websites. You have 5 to 10 of these things, you're going to be cooking just fine, versus if you have one store and for whatever reason you lose that store or something crazy happens, you're kind of in hot water, right? Here you're spread out, you're kind of safe, you're diversified. So anyway, if you guys want to learn more about how I do this, go ahead, check out this link. I'll have it down for you in the description below. But basically it goes over every single question you could possibly have about this business model, and how to become successful at it. So if you guys found this video helpful, go ahead and give me a like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.